Coming up in this video, doorbell cameras everywhere are capturing the previously unknown. Undocumented events are now documented. From terrifying break-ins to scary stalkers to unexplained events, these are 30 scary moments caught on doorbell camera. Number 30. Good Samaritan. Not all doorbell videos involve creeps and thieves. The YouTube channel Ring shares this video of a Good Samaritan that saved a family of 10 from a house fire. While driving nearby, the woman noticed smoke and traced it back to this home in Fairfield, Ohio, where the garage and side of the house was engulfed in flames. Noting the vehicle in the driveway, she raced to the house to warn the residents, while her friend stayed in the vehicle and called 911. She's captured knocking frantically on the door to try and warn the residents.
Your guys' garage is on fire!
And finally, one of them comes to the door.
I'm so sorry. Your garage is on fire.
But the woman's good nature doesn't end there. Not only does she warn them, she helps run their 8 children to safety. Many in the comments praise the woman's actions, writing, "There's hope for this world still, but the family are the most grateful of all." For once, we have a feel-good doorbell moment. Number 29. Guy in red hat. Imagine arriving home and not realizing there's someone close behind you. TikToker Wade Lanigan shares this video of a stalker making an attempt to break in. Watch for the guy in the red hat. The guy is obviously watching this woman, stalling here to see if he has a chance to slip in, and after she enters, he takes that chance. He tries the door, but it's securely locked, so he slinks away, his evil intentions unsatisfied. Some in the comments are saying this is staged because the woman stops on the doorstep to adjust the baby's jacket, which does seem a bit odd to me. But others think this is the real deal. Whether staged or not, I think there's a takeaway from this video. Be aware of your surroundings. It only takes seconds for someone to destroy them. Number 28. What is happening? This video is a complete mystery to me. The YouTube channel Creepy Chronicles YT shares footage of a man who appears to be fleeing some bad people. The man crashes to the ground in a hurry to get to this front door. Meanwhile, loud banging is heard. It almost sounds like shots. The woman inside is screaming, so it's unclear whether or not the man is known to her. The man tells her to call the cops, and then you can see a car peel out in the background. Without further context, we can't know what's going on here, but one eagle-eyed viewer says they see a round hit the brick wall out front. I see it too. This makes me think this man just escaped a life-threatening encounter. I'd like to know the rest of this story, but for now it remains a mystery. Number 27, overconfident salesman. I don't know what this dude's selling, but I'm not buying it. The YouTube channel Doorbell News shares this video of one very overconfident salesman who's apparently doing his work at 10 p.m.
Yes.
Brother, do you even know what we're doing? Ma'am, do you know what we're doing?
No.
Okay.
The guy assumes the resident knows what he's selling, like his clipboard is self-explanatory. Then he ends with this.
I'll just come back another time because there's no way you're not going to be interested. Brother, I hope you have a great night.
No, don't come back here at all. 10 o'clock at night. Don't come back.
Definitely going to.
Why did he assume they'd be interested? Who knows, but some YouTubers have strong opinions about this clip.
Yes.
Brother, do you even know what we're doing? Ma'am, do you know what we're doing?
No.
Okay, gotcha. I'll just come back another time because there's no way you're not going to be interested. Brother, I hope you have a great night.
No, don't come back here at all. 10 o'clock at night. Don't come back.
Definitely going to.
Even if this guy is a legit salesman, what does he think he's doing knocking at 10 p.m.? In my opinion, he's lucky her reaction was so mild. Number 26, peak creep after hearing random knocks at night. TikToker Maze Mountain invested in a Ring doorbell to catch the perpetrator in the act. What they found is haunting. Who is this creep, and why the Joker smile? I too hope this is fake, otherwise. My advice is to get out now, before it's too late. Number 25. Brazen car thieves. It takes a truly brazen thief to take a car out of a driveway. Newsflare shares this footage of several brazen thieves in West Midlands, UK, stealing an Audi and laughing while they do it. With one of the crew standing guard, the others do the dirty work. It's taking them some time, so the guard covers the doorbell cam to give them some privacy. The car alarm goes off, and yet not only do the thieves not flee, but they continue to take their sweet time breaking into the vehicle. The alarm finally stops as the thieves get the car started. They tear off, honking the car horn along the way. Brazen is right. They made off with a 60,000 euro car and were gleeful as they did. I could not find anything to confirm whether the thieves got away with it or not, but it appears as though the West Midlands are a target for car thefts, with more than 1,000 stolen cars recovered by the police in 2021 alone. I think it's time to invest in a high-security garage. Number 24, dolled up. This visitor got all dolled up to ring the doorbell. TikToker Horror Buff shares horrifying footage of an unwanted nighttime guest at the doorstep. First, the stranger waits calmly. But then this happens. The face looks somehow 10 times creepier up close. So chilling. Although I'm sure it's just someone playing a trick on this homeowner, I think it's a cruel one, because this face would definitely induce many a nightmare to come. Number 23, car collapse. Have you ever seen a car do this? Shared by YouTube channel Oh My God Unbelievable. This bizarre footage was captured in someone's driveway. I've watched this over and over again, but I have no idea what could have caused it. Did the left tire blow out with gusto? Did something hit the vehicle? Unfortunately, there's no explanation offered, so your guess is as good as mine. Number 22, lightning strike. They say lightning doesn't strike the same spot twice, and after seeing this video, let's hope that's true. The YouTube channel Doorbell Fun shares this scary footage of a lightning bolt striking too close for comfort. The light stays for a moment, expanding. It almost looks like it causes a blast. I think this may just be the ionization and charging of the atmosphere surrounding the lightning bolt. Regardless, it sure is shocking. Number 21, creepy man. Why do creeps gotta get so close? TikToker MindGust shares this video of a stranger getting up close and personal with this resident's camera. First, he attempts to ring, but when there's no answer, he does this. Then, even creepier, he starts whispering. After trying to open the door, he claims to have lost something.
My dog, Fido.
He says he's looking for his dog, Fido. Fido seems like a bold-faced lie to me. Most in the comments are trying to unwrap what he's whispering. I hear, "What do I do?" And my answer to him is, go away. Number 20, stalker. Be aware of your surroundings. Shared by YouTube channel Doorbell Mania. This woman arrives home, holding her child. She seems distracted, so much so that she doesn't notice the man creeping closely behind her. The man then enters through the gate. As he climbs the stairs, the woman finally notices the stranger as she's struggling to find her keys. It appears as though she shouts out to a man in the neighboring yard. When the man gets up to see what's happening, the stalker retreats. It looks like that same man addresses the stalker as he walks away, but we'll never know what words were exchanged. Thankfully, this neighbor was here to help. If he hadn't been, I think this would have ended terribly. Number 19, shelter. Seeking shelter at 5 a.m., this man experiencing homelessness found his own after not being welcome inside. Shared on Viral Hog, this footage was captured in El Cajon, California. At first, the man stands outside the door. He looks like he doesn't have control of his faculties. He doesn't ever ring the doorbell in the video, but he appears to be waiting, and it looks like he's cold. Then he does this. Honestly, that grill cover does look big enough and thick enough to be a makeshift tent. Meanwhile, the police have been called to the scene. They approach the man, who remains hidden beneath the grill cover. Although the audio is pretty inaudible, you can hear them addressing the man. This goes on for several minutes. He refuses to come out, but the police try to reassure him. After a while, more police arrive. They approach him and finally take the tarp off. They arrest the man for trespassing. And a moment later, the homeowner is seen retrieving his grill cover. Number 18, broad daylight. If someone attempts a home invasion in broad daylight, they've got nothing to lose. TikToker Doorbell News shares this scary video captured in New Orleans. Using a crowbar, the guys managed to pry the door open. It's 8:30 in the morning. Many in the comments suggest that these men knew this house and likely knew the homeowners. I tend to agree. I also think it's way too easy to break through that door. Without any additional context to this video, I can only hope they were caught and didn't get away with anything. Number 17, Senior Silicone. This would-be intruder is almost as scary as a successful one. Why? Because he leaves a residue of paranoia behind. YouTube channel Drive Through Horror shares this doorbell footage that will have you looking over your shoulder. At first glance, the individual gives off creepy vibes. They appear to be wearing an elderly person mask, and they also are moving their body in unnatural ways. It must be cold outside. As you can see, they are wearing winter gloves. Maybe they're shivering, or maybe the stiff movement is an attempt to act out the part. Whatever the case, they decide to leave without intruding. All we can do is hope they reflect on their actions and start acting their age. Either way, I seriously hope they don't return to this home again. Number 16, Lit Up. If you think your neighbors are bad, check out this guy. The YouTube channel KTVU Fox 2 San Francisco shares a video of a man in Stockton, California, pouring fuel on a family's front doorstep. After which he takes a lighter to it. It doesn't look like he actually lit the fuel. Why? Because it was diesel fuel, which only ignites under pressure. He walks off in disappointment. Mission unaccomplished. This is perhaps the least talented arsonist I've ever seen, but given the circumstances, I'm happy his plan failed. Number 15, Massive Blast. In 2019, an incident at Port Neches chemical plant sent a blast that was felt 30 miles away, and this doorbell camera captured the event in all its terror. The YouTube channel 12 News Now shares the scary video revealing the extent of the blast. The blast causes the doors to burst open, the signage to fall over, and several car alarms to go off at once. This happened just before 1 a.m. Some in the comments say they live nearby. After such a scare, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a mass exodus from this neighborhood. Number 14, Raid. TikToker Deja Diamond Monet says this is the scariest thing they've ever caught on their Ring doorbell camera, and I've got to say it will be hard to top. This looks like a SWAT team to me, and they're about to raid this apartment. After unlocking the door, they pound on it before opening it up. Many in the comments are wondering how the cops got a key in the first place, but as usual, TikTokers have answers. Others think he simply picked the lock, although we don't know what the resident was raided for. As a neighbor, I could see why it would be terrifying to watch this unfolding outside your door. Number 13, Door Kicker. This attempted robbery begins with property damage. TikToker Everything Brought to Light shares this doorbell video of a man kicking in a door with all of his might. However, his might doesn't seem to be good enough. He tries again and again with no success, and in the end, he is run off by a scream. His partner in crime is waiting right around the corner to aid him in the robbery. Thankfully, luck was not on their side. What I really want to know is, what is the make and model of that door? Because it seems super secure. Number 12, creepy stalker. Yet another creepy stalker is captured on this Ring camera. TikToker Canyon JK shares the footage of a stranger showing up at 1 a.m. to do this. The TikToker says this is not the first time the stalker has shown up on his doorstep. I mean, what does this guy want? In regards to that comment, thanks a lot. It gave me plenty to think about. Number 11, harmless. A young woman rings the doorbell, asking for help, but things are not as they seem. TikToker Colton Pfeiffer shares this doorbell video as a warning. Trust no one. She says something, but what she's saying is unclear.
Someone in my dog stopped at the park.
The TikToker says that tweakers were waiting on either side of the porch for them to open the door to the young woman. This is a common method to open the door to a home invasion or robbery, and many in the comments are confirming this.
Someone in my dog stopped at the park.
I agree that it's really sad that the risk may stop us from helping those who truly need it, but unfortunately, the world can be a scary place. Number 10, suburban blast. Doorbell cameras capture everything in their vicinity. This one paid witness to a townhouse going up in flames. YouTube channel ABC7 Chicago shares the doorbell footage of a massive suburban blast. The cause of this fire was unknown at the time of the newscast, but it spread to multiple units in the development, leaving 4 families displaced. Another doorbell cam captured footage from a different angle. Although a firefighter suffered minor burns from the fire, no one else was injured in this incident. But I think it's fascinating that this doorbell footage can likely be used to help discover the cause of this blast. Number 9, mysterious event. A vehicle light turning on, a door opening and closing, and yet nothing is there. Shared by LPE 360, this unexplained event was captured in the middle of the night. The interior light turns on in the vehicle as the passenger door opens, but there appears to be nothing there and no one inside. The light is on for more than 2 minutes, and it doesn't shut off before the clip ends, so who knows how long it remained on. After watching this repeatedly, I caught a second unusual capture at the beginning of the clip. An object to the left of the vehicle falls over onto its side. Could the two mysteries be related? My theory is that something camouflaged crawled behind this object, disturbing it before entering the vehicle. That's the only possibility I can think of that's not paranormal. What do you think is going on here? Number 8, scary neighbor. This retired police officer awoke to loud banging on her front door. Shared by YouTuber Midnight Scare, this is what she saw on her doorbell cam. Not getting any results at the door, the stranger starts for the windows. After breaking through the screen, the woman tries to enter the retired officer's home. Meanwhile, the homeowner has called for backup. When the police arrive, they question the woman, who says her friend lives here. Spoiler alert, she doesn't.
Hey,
Hi.
do you live here?
No, I don't.
So why are you banging on the door?
Because my friend was there.
The suspect was a teacher and was arrested for vandalism. It's unclear why she thought her friend was in this home and why that meant she should break in, but authorities suspect she was under the influence of something. Number 7, Skinwalker. What does a skinwalker sound like? Maybe something like this. TikToker Chris Payne Official shares this bizarre doorbell footage. Captured at 3 in the morning. Listen closely. It sounds half animal, half human to me. The TikToker says there are woods beside the house. This goes on over the course of more than 3 minutes. Some agree that this is a skinwalker. Skinwalkers are said to mimic the voices of their last victim. It sounds to me like this walker's last victim was a child, and that makes this all the more chilling. Number 6, doorbell thief. What would you do if you caught someone trying to steal your doorbell? TikToker DG Direct 1 shares this video of a man who tried to take off with his doorbell camera in Glendale, Arizona. The homeowner caught the would-be thief in the act. That's why he takes off without his loot at the end of the clip. Being that a Ring doorbell has small resale value, I'd say the homeowner did this guy a favor, but the suspect may have had other intentions. By stealing the security camera, maybe he intended to return later and burglarize the joint without being identified. In that case, this homeowner is lucky he caught him. Number 5, house fire. A doorbell security alert helped this Indiana couple escape a quickly expanding house fire. The YouTube channel Fox 59 News shares this footage of the couple's front porch erupting in flames. The residents' smoke alarms went off and their dog was barking, but they did not wake up. Only when the Ring doorbell alerted them were they woken to this scary nightmare. The fire partially melted off the doorbell in the process.
You can see a little bit of the melted doorbell.
I think it's safe to say they'd be smart to get a new one. It just helped save their lives. Number 4, attempted break-in. After knocking on the door non-stop for 2 to 3 minutes without results, this man decided to just try and enter. TikToker Los Angeles Ring shares this scary footage from an attempted break-in. He tries the door handle but unsurprisingly can't get in, but it's the weird knocking that really confuses me. I don't know what this guy is after. It doesn't look to me like he's making a determined attempt to break in, but it does look like something is not right with this situation. Number 3, Power Ranger morph. It's funny how the presence of a camera makes some people morph into a Power Ranger. Redditor I Can't Say Caterpillar shares this footage of a man who clearly doesn't want his identity known, but frankly it's too late for that. After noticing he's caught on candid camera, he decides to try something. There, that fixed it, but that's not all. Not sure what that move was supposed to accomplish. My guess would be that it was meant to intimidate, but I think it only accomplished one thing: a laughable Reddit post. Number 2, Door Kicker 2. Door kicking is a chilling but popular break-in trend. TikToker Doorbell News shares this video of yet another break-in using the donkey kick method. Well, this one was successful. It seems like all that noise would have alerted someone in this apartment building. I don't see the woman getting away with this, though I originally assumed this was a break-in. TikTokers are taking a different view of this video. Some think this was her apartment, and the locks were changed on her. Maybe she was evicted. Judging by the way she entered like she owned the place, I tend to agree. In that case, welcome home. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, Stalker at Home. Imagine entering your home to find it occupied. TikToker Cry's Journey shares this footage of a woman returning to her apartment after a workout, only to discover her stalker making himself at home inside. Many in the comments are terrified at the prospect, and others are wondering what the story is. How did he get in? There is no story time. There is no update. This one's gonna leave us without answers. My only hope is that the police were involved and this stalker was shut down for good, and that there's no more content for scary moments caught on doorbell cam.